All right, here we are, another week around the trash fire. Your host Mathias, along with the boy
Gun.
Adepticon has come, and
I have never flipped out on something in a long time.
you were very excited. We
You were there.
yeah, we did watch it on my phone at 160p on live, and I'd say we did a pretty good job predicting that. Pretty good job
Yes.
predicting everything.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I don't really know anything that we got wrong. If I'm being honest, except maybe the AoS stuff. But
Yeah, the AOS, AOS for sure. But it's okay. That one was super left field. No one predicted that.
yeah, I don't think anyone could predict that one. But before we get to the good, juicy news of Adepticon, we gotta go over a few things here. Starting off with the good old Sunday preview, everyone's favorite pre-order screen here. And what are we getting? We're getting that two-player box set between
Yep.
Daughters of Cain and
And Night Haunt.
A Night Haunt. It's whatever. I mean, at least it's not a bunch of night chain rasps.
I thought it would coincide with the Codex release, but I guess not.
No, that would make too much sense. Come on now. But yeah, we've already given our thoughts on this. Moving on here, you get the two new exclusive characters, the big boy and the elf on a rock. That's how you know it's a special character.
The boring elf on a rock. Yeah, we've already expressed excuse me, our opinions on these guys. Or they could both be girls. Actually, the elf is a girl. I don't know about the ghost. No, I don't know which.
You can't be assuming right now, John. Come on, it's
Yeah,
2022.
I know the the ghost.
It's a ghost. That's all you need to
It's
know.
a ghost. Yeah, but the ghost is super cool. The elf not so much. Ghost unit is great, I will say, and they could shoot through walls apparently, based on the data sheet that they revealed a while ago. But yeah, no codex.
Well, I mean, they've already announced the books. I'm sure it'll come out like next week when you can pre-order it.
True.
It's just something weird they like to do with their box sets. It's like, yeah, buy this box set and then the week after we'll have the books for you already.
Right.
It's a weird practice that I've noticed that they do. It's almost kind of like the uh, only Black Templar are coming to my mind, but what they did with the Black Templar box, they gave you that box set with the codex inside of it, and then you had to like wait a month to get the actual the rules and everything for them.
Yeah. Though this one is weirder because it doesn't even have the codex at all. It's just the models. So
Yeah,
that
but
is kind of interesting, I will say.
yeah, but I think that's what they did with the who did the Mechanicus fight?
I
In
forgot.
they did something with the Mechanicus, I think. I think they fought someone and uh the week after that after that box became available, pre-orders for the book came out the next week. So
Mm,
it's a weird practice that they do. I don't know. I don't understand it. I assume they're just trying to sell the models off, but I mean, with how easy it's been to like leak the unit rules and everything, at least on the 40k side, unless you're not a hardcore Warhammer guy who just seeks out the rules and try to see if anything's good, most people are not gonna just buy the units outright unless they like the models or they just really want to play with them.
true that, true that.
So I don't know why they wouldn't just release the book, but I'm gonna I'm gonna try to stay away from my book rant because I do it all the time. So moving on from that, 40K, we got the terrain, the Necromunda terrain, which is just
Oh my gosh, I am buying this set for sure. This is what exactly what I wanted for me. Good terrain, easy to store, especially for kill team. This is excellent for kill team.
yeah, I see it for kill team. But when it's displayed like that, I'm like, this isn't a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's for 1,000 point games, maybe,
Probably.
or something.
Given how big the table is, it's
Yeah,
definitely thousand points lower.
yeah, I do like it. It's not as vertical, but honestly, for my purposes, I really want to pick this up.
Yeah, you could always use a good wall.
Yes, the buildings are just so solid. It's just a block, and it works.
True. So we got that finally coming. What do you like? $60?
This
Yeah.
this is probably, let's see if our good old friends on other sites have the pricing. It's probably more than 60. I'm guessing like $80 for this. A lot of plastic. This is, oh my gosh, $220.
Well, I assume that means you get the board and every. Wait,
Yeah, you get that board, and it's actually quite a bit. Okay.
it's the picture. It's deceiving. The box looks a lot smaller.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess the
It's
box
probably
is a lot
big
bigger
then.
than expected.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, well, it'll be a pass for me. Got
Yeah, now
enough terrain.
now I'm hesitant because I already yeah, I have some terrain, but yeah, it's quite a bit. It is quite a bit.
We'll save it for the
Maybe
discount corner.
maybe let's get the individual buildings. The individual buildings aren't that bad. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what my terrain needs.
I'm sure they'll sell some kind of like kill team bundle with
That'll
some
be
of this
great.
stuff. So we got the buildings, we got the landing pad, everything good. And then made to order. We talked about this last week. We got the
Eldar stuff.
got the Autarchs coming back.
Classic Harlequins.
Farseers, the Harlequins. Well, the Shadow Seers medal or Finecast at least because I have that Shadowcast. Or I'm blanking on the name. Shadow Weaver or whatever.
Shadows here. You got the first
Shadow
time.
Seer. Yeah, there you go. I have that one in the metal form, so I don't know if that's gonna be metal or Finecast, but and the Death Jester. I'm surprised it's made to order. Isn't that the current model?
No, that's the original one, the resin or metal one.
Hmm. Yeah, that one I didn't have. The old Harlequin troops. I have all of these metal Harlequins. Pain in the
Hmm.
ass, I'll tell you that much, because they're metal.
Yep.
Aeronautics. I've thought these things have come out already, but I guess not. We got the
I think the
Eldari.
Forge World ones, yeah, the big ones, the big flyers, but yeah, these light flyers are coming out, which is neat. That's cool.
It's a game that I forget exists.
Yeah, but I'm glad it exists.
Waiting for that BFG announcement to finally come out. This is just a precursor to it.
Or Epic.
Or Epic. And then we got Black Library, which is Warhawk being soft cover.
Yep. Great book. Really recommend this. I'm really listening to it right now, and it is excellent.
We got Caiaphas Kane. I'll have to buy this because I actually like the Caiaphas Kane line. So buy that audio. And then we got some mugs. I don't
Yeah.
know.
They give the fan made vibe.
Well, of course they got a fan made vibe. No. The only one that I see from here is probably the Necron one. I would probably want to grab. But then I don't know what I would want to do with it because I wouldn't want to drink out of it. And I wouldn't want to make it a painting cup. But
Yeah, the Necro one is cool. The Space Marine ones I feel uninspired to me. I don't know, that's just my thing.
that's Space Marine, they're all the same. Look at that. Blue Space Marine with gun. Red Space Marine shooting gun. Chaos Space Marine holding gun. It's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
And then for Warhammer Plus, Lore Master Inquisition. And How to Paint the Avatar Body. Part 1. So it's going to be a multi-part series. But other than that, don't expect too much because they just unloaded a bunch of stuff for us at Adepticon last week. But that is it for the Sunday preview. One more thing before we get into Adepticon here, and that is GW hosting organized events at their stores.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah,
But
given the fact that, what was it, 2009, 10 is when they started downsizing all their stores, so you couldn't really play in them. At least
I mean,
here where we live.
the thing is, there's no like, it's not gonna be GT. It's gonna be like 500-point tournament at a local store, and you get rewards for it. Now, this is for the GW stores. For the actual game stores with space for 2K, then you could see 2K point games. But yeah, for just 500 points, sorry, for local stores, I could see them as being 500-point games.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I don't know how it is at other stores outside of LA, but at least here in LA, GW stores are not big.
Yeah,
And
no, they're like that worldwide. They're not that big. Most of the stores.
yeah, unless it's like the Warhammer Cafe, right? Something like that size.
Yeah, there's a handful of those. A lot of them in Canada and some in Asia, but for the US and Europe and the UK, they're mostly the smaller stores.
Hmm. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how many people they can get into, do these kind of games,
Yeah.
and if they can host that many people. But if they're gonna give out big prizes, I'm kind of sad that my local GW is gone because now I can't go in and swoop those prizes. But whatever, it's fine. But we're getting some organized play coming back to some local GW stores, which is nice. It's good to see. I just don't know how they're gonna do it. And then, what you're saying makes total sense. That it'd just be like 500 points.
Yeah.
But I figured we'd just talk about that quick news because I found it interesting given how big a normal GW is.
Yeah, it's just gonna be small stuff. I can't imagine them doing 2,000-point games at a store where you could probably have two games going on at once, if there's maybe one, honestly, with the space that they have.
Well, given back at the GW that you used to work to, all the events that ever happened were always big team battles.
Yeah, because we just have the space. Because if 10 people show up, they won't have table space for them. Period.
Yeah.
So
But that's that. On to the fun stuff, the Adepticon stuff. And I organized this list into what I thought was from least important to most important. Starting off with the least important thing here, we got a Blood Bowl. Okay? I don't care about Blood Bowl. I've made my feelings clear on this. But here we go. We got some kind of like Viking
yeah,
team.
this is neat. Some cool, Space Wolf conversions or AoS Vikings. Yeah, these are kind of cool. It's just too bad it takes some work to give them real weapons, because it would be cool for AoS as just some Cities of Sigmar stuff, or even some Warriors of Chaos stuff. Blades of Darkness. There we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here they are. They're your new AoS football team. And
Yeah.
you even got some, you even got some boar pigs or boar kegs here. Give it a, I don't know what it's gonna do, but apparently they're important. So I don't have too much to add to this. So I'm just gonna move on. And since it is New Model Monday, I'm gonna just tie in the new character that they got as well because it's Blood Bowl related. And here we go. We got a big ass dwarf right here going
Yeah,
off.
good. Like cool. It's actually kind of generic, if in all honesty.
Well, I mean, it kind of has like the Space Marine vibes, right? They all gotta have the uniform, and there's only
Oh,
so much wacky things you can do with them.
true. Well, I just think that with the other teams having crazier star players, this one would be crazier, but it's just a Viking with a beer keg. It's not very interesting.
Well, that's Blood Bowl for you, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is Blood Bowl, in all honesty.
So on to the next thing. Underworlds. Didn't really get anything out of Underworlds. We just got the full team roster here. So
Cool.
it was like 7 models, I believe. So
Yeah, it's not very inspiring or oomphy, but it's nice. It's more alternate zombies. It brings zombies into Underworlds, which Underworlds doesn't have. And as a vampires player, I could see myself picking this up if I want more variety in my zombies, because when you have 2 units, then they just kind of blend in terms of the clone sculpts thing. So yeah, I mean,
I think
it's neat.
I think our concept of the universal monsters was a lot better than this.
That one was,
Having
I honestly, I kind of feel that was kind of pushing it because I don't think it's kind of an out there thing. I mean, which to be fair, they said they were gonna do with this line, but this one is just kind of okay.
eh, it's whatever to me. I think this guy could make a pretty good homunculus sculpt. The sorcerer guy in the middle. I think you could do something interesting with him.
Yeah.
But yep, there we go. We got that new what is this? The dead? The exiled dead. And that was pretty much it for the Warhammer Underworlds. I thought they were gonna give us a little bit more, maybe like a little teaser, but nope.
Or for the next warband.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
But there we go. Moving on to the next thing, we got uh very interesting. We got endless spells coming for AoS. Not in
Oh,
my cards. Pretty sure I thought we were
oh,
gonna get 2 new armies, but
one endless spell.
well, yeah, one endless spell. But then we also got a bunch of what is this terrain?
This is such a weird box. It's it's like new terrain, which is cool. I like the skull. I like the waterfall thing. But there's old terrain,
You talking about the
and then
buildings
there's
in the
the
back
endless
there?
spell. Like, it just kind of, yeah. I don't know. It's Yeah. I don't know. It's very disjointed, I think. But now, if you're looking for terrain, it's great. I'm sure if people break out there who want terrain for their AOS board, this will be cool. It just is a new release thing. It is very disjointed.
Yeah, I was joking that I'm pretty sure AOS fans are just frothing at the mouth right now at that. This is what they're getting for their big reveal at Adepticon. Because I don't think anyone called just new terrain and an endless spell. because it's
Yeah, that's it.
honestly very disappointing.
That's it.
Yeah, well, that's what we were saying, and then there was some hope, glimmer of hope in the end of that AOS, which was a new character. But of course, I know people would still be angry because it's another Night Haunt character. So I'm happy because I play Night Haunt, but I'm sure people are a little tired of the Night Haunt now that this is the third model of this year.
Actually, a lot of people online really like that it's Night Haunt because I know where maybe you have looked at different forums and stuff, but the groups I've been in, they really like that Night Haunt are getting love, quote unquote, because it's opening the gates for other armies to get stuff as well. Because for the longest time in AOS, we've been in this kind of limbo of, are we getting stuff for old armies, or are we just getting new stuff for new? Are we just getting new armies? So the reveal of this big Nighthawk character is kind of a confirmation-ish that we're gonna be getting stuff for the old factions, which is good.
Well, I figured that thought would be quelled when Night Haunt got archers and the new character in the two-player box set that just came out.
Yeah, but it could just be. It doesn't seem like a big wave for just a unit and a character. But I think having this new special character really hammers that point in that, hey, we're going to revisit the old factions in a big way, and not just with a character and a unit. So this is great. I like this. It's also a really cool model, very unique design with the boat, ghost boat.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's GW standard. It's awesome, of course.
yeah. So it's great. It gives me hope for my Bone Reapers that we're getting archers or something.
Tomb Kings, don't worry, they'll come back.
There you go.
But yep, there we go. That was the big. I mean, I I don't know. How would you have handled this reveal? Would you have started off with the crappy terrain and one endless spell, or would you have kicked it off with this guy?
I would have picked it off of this guy. I think the terrain is, yeah. Actually, this guy was kind of What? Oh, this is cool. That was kind of the vibe a lot of people got, including us, when we watched the reveal, because he came out of he followed the really mediocre terrain reveal, and there was the new season of War book, which is kind of neat, but overall that was a very okay reveal. And then this guy shows up. Oh, it's super cool, Night Haunt, right?
Right.
So
It's a hard way to market the video. You never know. Whatever you do, it's never gonna be right. Start off with a cool thing, end off with a terrible thing, or start off with a bad thing and end with a good.
yeah,
But overall, there we go. AOS, we got our new model. Night Haunt Rejoice.
Night Haunt
Moving
rejoice.
on, we got the new Night variants, or sorry, Chaos Knights, and we got they gave us a nice little video with it, and we even get armigers as well.
Yeah, this is great. This is really expanding the Chaos Knight range into more than just the one knight and then hoping you convert or just convert. Sorry. Um, yeah, the Chaos Knight range is just there's the big knight and then you could convert other knights, which I mean, a lot of people there can like converting and can make really cool stuff, but this is cool to have a dedicated design for Chaos Knights or Chaos Knight variants of the existing ones, like the Armigers. And this new one is just super cool. It's a Psyker. It has the little crows. It has a Volkite cannon. The tusks are really cool.
Has
It
a
has a
tail.
tail. It's really cool. I might picked up the box set that they announced.
Yeah, well, speaking of the box set, I mean, we got confirmation of the big box that's coming out.
Yep, it's gonna have the Big Knight, two Armigers, and the Codex. I might actually pick that up because I should have some super heavies at some point for my Chaos army.
Yeah, so I was wrong in the sense that it wasn't going to be two knight armies fighting, but in the end, we still got a big knight box a night box deal. So
Yeah. And we're also getting the codex for regular Imperial Knights. Makes sense there's no model release to come along with it. Imperial Knights already have a lot of models, honestly, for a faction of that type where you have the medium knights, the small knights, and the big-ish knight. Plus you have your Forge World Knights. So them not getting models, totally fine. Codex is important.
yeah, the Imperial Knights don't really need anything. Just updated rules, and we'll find out how destructive they're gonna be. But how much do you think the Night Army box is gonna cost?
$200.
200?
Easy. Easy 200.
Oh yeah,
Big knight, two
I
small
figure it's
knights,
gonna
and
be about
codex.
200.
Yeah. And it's gonna be at a discount for getting it separately, so
And the question is this box set gonna follow the tradition of the Black Templar, or is it gonna release with the Codex?
they
And when
said
I
the codex will be in the box.
right. But that's what the Black Templar did, and then if you didn't buy that box for Black Templar, you had to wait.
Oh, 100%. 100% this is going to be released before the codex main release. For sure. I will not be surprised. They have just it's they did that. They've been doing that and it's been working, so
Yeah, well, I wish it didn't work because I hate the tactic. But overall, Night players rejoice. Chaos Night players rejoice because you finally got cool looking model here.
yeah. I really like it. Again, might pick it up if I really want to add some super heavies into my
Where you,
40k chaos, but with 30k coming, maybe the energy will be going elsewhere.
doesn't it go against your quota? Where are you gonna store this thing?
So I've done this thing with my Gundams where I just put shelves on my walls, so I might just do that for these guys, and because they're very displayable.
True.
So, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well, okay then. Moving on to the next thing, which was the meme teaser that they gave us at the end, which I did call. I said silhouettes, but we got something better than a silhouette of the Chaos Marines. We got a actual full colored video here of like what you said, possessed.
Yep, possessed. Let's see.
We got him going in
We got
there, changing the
2
wounds to
wounds.
2.
Yep. And we're gonna. So this is before the video. That's probably possessed. I think there's a traitor guardsman or cultist early on,
What, the
and
one with
then
the banner?
no, there's one where they show the back. So
Oh yes, I see.
I think that is what I think it is the same model with the banner. Yeah, yeah. So that's the possessed, or sorry, the cultist. We got possessed wing. We got this banner thing, and just yeah, I think it should just
Just more
possess,
possessed.
which is great. New possess would be cool.
How does that make you feel as a Black Legion player to see
I am
this?
happy. I'm very happy. More models for Chaos Space Marines. Heck yeah, bring it on. I am down. I am very down.
They keep drip feeding you all these Black Legions, but yet still no release date on these things.
I mean, Games Workshop. I'm a broken record at this point, but Games Workshop will not give a release date until it's a week before pre-order. They do not want a Yoda situation. They do not want a gosh, what was it with? I think it was Privateer Press where they announced the release date, which got pushed back also another 2-3 months. Made everyone mad.
Well, I mean, it's
I
the same
believe.
thing with the Mechanicus and the Death Guard and the
But
Tau.
that which is why they never give a release date of a specific date because stuff like that happens.
Yep.
And even then they give a kind of an I don't know the word, but a not specific release date. They give a general idea of when it's going to come out, and it gets delayed. Of course, people are going to be mad. So it's just best to not say when something's coming out. I just say like this is next. That I think that's been working. Like saying okay, Tyranids are next, and then Chaos Knights are next, and Chaos Space Marines are next. Or even then they haven't really specified the Chaos Marines are next. So
I think I
yeah,
think it's time for the Chaos Space Marines to finally come.
it makes sense. They're the most non-functional army right now, just because of the two wounds thing. Because yeah, guard don't have a book, but the thing is, you can still play with guard and not feel bad because a key feature is missing. Chaos Space Marines having one wound really sets them apart from regular Space Marines. It's just a huge difference. It's like if they have a 3-up save, they have like a 4-up save or something. It's army defining. So yeah, them not having two wounds, they need that now. So I'm glad they had finally acknowledged the memes and are giving them uh, attention in the sense in the marketing sense.
Well, I think they're gonna be a May army. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I agree. Well, because April's gonna be
April's gonna be the Knights.
because we knights and Tyranids and knights. May could be chaos, and then June's 30K for the big summer. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I don't think Imperial Guard. I think Imperial Guard are gonna be the last army to get updated.
Yes, them or demons and last for
Because I
sure.
I think I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think they're gonna do something big for the Imperial Guard.
Same. I think they're gonna do another Eldar Necron Orc style release, redoing a lot of the models, put them up to modern standards.
Yeah,
I think it is time.
it is. But there we go. We got Black Legion on the way. And of course, I would have put this last because I'm more hyped for it. I mean, I know John's hyped for it as well, but Necromunda, the Ash Waste. We finally got the full reveal, which again we called two player box set,
Yes.
and of course it had the vehicles. Like I think we said like it had like one vehicle per side. Well, we were right about one. You got well, first of all, how do you feel about the complete Ash Waste gang now? Now that we have them
Oh,
all.
they look awesome. I'm not sure if I have the time to do them, but they are amazing. They are super. I really like these guys. Maybe I will. Maybe I will get them. I don't know.
With how
I
fast are you
mean,
paying? Probably you could probably finish.
true. But yeah, they are awesome. I'm not the biggest. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm not the biggest fan of the bugs. I think they're cool. They're just I'm more excited about the regular guys. I mean, for me, Nick, especially even for the Orlock bikers, I'm not. And I've said this before on stream. I am not that excited about the vehicle component of this game. I just want a new setting for my Necro skirmish stuff, and I have the biggest, I have the biggest excitement boner for wasteland type environment in a skirmish game.
Yeah,
So this is super cool, especially like the desert field, the post apocalyptic vibes, which the Ash Wasters definitely give. I will do these guys. They're super cool. And look
yeah,
at their models. Yeah, they have the sniper guy. They got las guns, auto guns, melee guys. This is great. What a great design, Games Workshop. Once
yeah.
again, very
Yeah,
impressed.
I messed up on the gang that would be fighting. Guess I should have gone with the Golden Boy Orlocks.
Warlock.
I think you
It's
said they
weird
were
because
Orlocks, right? That were gonna be in the
yeah, I
box.
think I said they're probably gonna be Orlocks, but I hope it's gonna be a new gang. I mean, yeah, Orlocks are cool. I mean, I have Orlocks. I busted them out the table, but a new gang would be nice.
Well, I mean, we got a new gang. It's the Ash Waste, but
Well, two new gangs, but yeah. The
yeah,
terrain is neat. Not the biggest fan of it, but it kind of fits the theme of having space for vehicles to roam, and then you got the infantry on top.
now here's my
I
question to
think. I
you:
think. Oh, what's up?
Do you think the vehicles is just gonna be an Ash Waste thing, or do you think it's gonna be incorporated into Necromunda Underhive.
I think it's gonna be an Ash Race thing. I think the Underhive doesn't just the setting is too limited to have vehicles in the Underhive, at least for a battlefield type thing.
Uh-huh.
It makes more sense for the Ash Race to have it.
I agree. You never know. They're gonna go crazy with the rules. It
True.
is Forge World we're talking about here. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the terrain. But then again, it is just supposed to be an open world setting instead of a claustrophobic city.
Right. Although I do still think that what was I gonna say that we have kind of like shacky buildings, like wasteland shacks, wasteland ruins. That would be super cool. I would like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Little, I mean, you could probably just like get the bazaar. I forgot which
Oh
set
yeah,
terrain it was, but you could
I
just
mean,
set that
there's
up.
a lot of of existing terrain I could use for to build a kind of desert village thing. And with the new book, I'm super excited. If there's anything I'm gonna pick up, guaranteed, it's gonna be this book because it's updated rules for this environment, and that would be great. I would. This is the hype. Is just fighting in the desert wastelands of Necromunda.
Well, I know everyone in my gaming group is hyped. Got hyped. I mean, it also helped that we played a game of Necromunda, but
Yes.
when they saw this, they got really hyped and wanted to do a little campaign.
Yeah, I'm down.
So, to me, this was the biggest highlight of the night because it's something that I'm slowly getting into, and I just enjoy the setting of Necromunda. Not to say that the last thing that we're going to talk about wasn't significant, but for me, this was the highlight. For John, well, we got the Horus Heresy.
Yes.
And what
Oh
they
my
did
god.
was give us a cinematic.
This this is insane. This is how you announce a new edition. This is how you announce a game. This proves to me that Games Workshop can make cool cinematics. I mean, they've made cool stuff before, but this just takes the cake. If someone asks me, "Hey, what's Warhammer?" I'm just gonna show them this. This kind of defines what Warhammer 40,000 is, which is giant battles, spaceships, space marines, titans. Yep, no aliens. I do wish that they didn't just have beakies in the trailer, but it's the new box with the beakies, so it's totally fair. But my gosh, this is watch this like I've seen this like 10 times already. So good,
Trailer so
so
good
good.
that they played it 3 times on stream.
They did. That was weird, but it's still so good.
Hey, they're just proud of the work they do.
Yeah.
And we don't really get a cinematic unless you're doing Warhammer Plus, about this size, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the trailer for the Knights that they did. I mean, that was basically Hammer and Bolter arts. Well, not like Hammer and Bolter. Let's see, who would be a good comparison? It'd be kind of like the Emperor had a text to speech, kind of animation like that, just a little
Yeah.
bit better. This was like, damn, is this a new video game that's coming out? Oh no,
Real.
it's just a trailer. The board game. It's nice. It's awesome. It's a good way to get everyone hyped for it.
It gave me epic 40K vibes, which is not epic, but it's okay. It's okay if it's not epic. Even though Titans, you don't. I mean, yeah, Titans are in 30K, but you don't see Titanicus. Well, okay, let's roll back a bit. I've never seen a 30K game where Titans aren't just deployed on on a corner or the edge and just roll dice. Because the trailer really gave the scale impression, which is more of an epic or AT thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is for the 28mm game, which is what we have now.
Well,
New edition for it.
not gonna imitate the board game by having the Titan just sit there and do nothing. I mean, just shoot. They're gonna have those things moving up because it's more cinematic.
Right,
You
right.
gotta use your elements here. If it's a board game, then it makes sense. But is it not cooler to see all the Titans that only have guns just move up to each other and shoot? But yeah, there we go. We got the epic trailer. I think they played this twice before they actually showed off any models here. So looking at the models here, first thing they gave us was a Beaky Boy.
The Beaky Boy. A Beaky Boy.
And I just went over to John and said, that's not canon. It's inaccurate.
Yeah, only Raven Guard and White Scars and Alpha Legion have this. No, this is cool. This is a good throwback to the first plastic Space Marine kit they released, which is the Mark 6 Corvus Beaky armor. So great model. Great. And they confirmed this is gonna be in the Thousand Suns Death Guard scale. So it's gonna be a little bit taller than the current Mark 3 and Mark 4 Marines, which has caused some division in the community. But honestly, with millions of these guys on the table, I don't think it's gonna be a big issue for people who have the old stuff, including myself. I got a ton of the old stuff. Not that. I will say though that I'm kind of debating if I should just wait painting my assault squads for Blood Angels if they're gonna release new assault squads. But
That would
I
be
don't know. I
nice.
mean, yeah, they would be. It's very possible. They're going pretty ham. They had the trailer. There this new box set. There's all the leaks coming. There's rumors of everything in the video getting a plastic model, which is very possible to be honest. It's kind of what Games Workshop does. So, and they confirmed there's more kits coming in plastic. And just a reminder, the box set had these guys. It had a Contemptor, which probably has the new sprue for the current Contemptor. And it had some Cataphracti, which is probably the old ones. I don't know if they'll make a new Cataphracti kit, considering they're already pretty good. And they're probably gonna, not probably, and the leak box has the Spartan, which is also probably gonna be in plastic. So lots of new stuff coming for 30K, and I am very excited. I think I will commit to Blood Angels, just because I did the math. I have like 2,000 points of Blood Angels specific units or sculpts like Dreadnoughts and Praetors, so I think I'll just go with the Red Boys and just go ham with that Siege of Terror, especially the new 30K book coming in the fall with Sanguinius defending the Eternity or the Imperial Palace. So yep, 9th Legion, let's go.
I find it funny that people are gonna be mad at the new scale. I don't particularly like the squat Marines, but in the end, the game's not forcing you to swap out those models, right?
Right, exactly.
So, I guess I don't really see the problem. It's kind of back like when the Primaris Space Marines first came out. I mean, granted, the Primaris Space Marines became their own thing, so
Right.
wiped
So
out their firstborn.
this is a cool kind of, I guess, experiment to see, because when Primaris came out, the big thing people said, or not all people, a lot of people said, "Oh, why did they make new lore? They should have just released this as a new type of Space Marine and just upscaled the model. Would have been way better." So now with 30K doing exactly that, people are upset, saying, "Oh, why are you invalidating my old models and making them look ugly?" It's like, well, no one's forcing you to buy this, like you said, Matt. So
It's true. HEW did this when back in 8th edition. People would still be angry, but hey, no one wants to use the old ugly models. I'm just gonna be frank. They're old and ugly. They're popping a squat. You can't really do anything with them. At least with this, they look nicer and bigger scale.
I really like these guys. I'm not the biggest Peaky fan, so I will definitely head swap them with the Legion specific heads.
You gotta be lore accurate.
So
Come on now.
Yeah, Legion specific helmets. That's lore accurate. But
Yeah. Now we got that guy. We got this guy.
yeah, the generic Praetor. Now,
He looks
this
so
is interesting.
familiar. I've seen this stance. Isn't there like a chaos space marine character like this?
There's one with an axe. So I'm sure the stance exists somewhere. But
Swear, it's the exact same model. Just
this model is
bulkier.
interesting. It really gives me a 40k vibes of it's very ostentatious and deep, which makes sense. It's a Praetor, right? Praetors tend to bling out their armor. They have the fancy weapons, the fancy gear, but it definitely pushes the boundaries of not a a simple a simple model. If you look at a lot of classic, when I say classic, I mean when 30k first came out as a game, a lot of the Praetors were just they look the same as the regular dudes. Not a lot of bling on their armor. They just had a special pose, you know.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, if you took the design and put it next to a regular Marine, they would not be very different. But this seems to lead into the classic Warhammer design philosophy of make the special character really special, make him stand out, give him a lot of swag, on his armor. I mean, this guy has this skull backpack. It's really funny. He has the trim, a lot of trim on his gauntlets and his greaves.
Well, it goes back to
So
like the debate we had a long time ago, where it's like, should you paint your models when you're playing the game? And yes, you should, because you should be able, especially in it. I'm speaking on like a tournament setting here. You should be able to visually see the entire army and distinguish what is what. Right. So making a
mhm.
special character all blinged out, it'd be like, oh, all right, so that's a special character or the HQ or whatever, right? And not just some generic space marine that looks like all the other generic space marines. So I like the bling. Of course, you don't go too ham on the bling. Don't make it too
Yeah, this
busy.
is pushing the ham on the bling, in my opinion. I like it. I'm probably gonna paint one up. I don't know if I'm gonna paint up for Blood Angels. I already have a Praetor, but this is cool.
You can always use another Praetor
Yep, New Legion,
for all your legions.
Yes.
But yeah, that was that, and John was so hyped.
Yeah, this is
He
this is
was
exactly what I've been asking for years. It's
he
a
was
new
talking
edition of
about
Horus
it for
Heresy.
like an hour in the
Probably
middle of
more.
our Necromunda game.
Yep. Yeah, this is the thing. This is happening.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
glad I'm done with 40k. I have 3 servitors already from being down with Black Templars, so it's War Machine on 30k from here on out.
well, surprisingly,
Because
you won't have to
let's
wait
be
too long.
honest, 30k is a terrible game. Even with the new rules, it's still mechanically a Games Workshop game, so it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, well, speaking of the rules, you don't want to have to wait that long because at one of their Warhammer World events here, May 7th, basically a month, you'll be able to playtest the game. At one of the events, of course. So you'll get to see. We'll be getting all the rules drops and seeing what has changed in the Horus Heresy game.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure at this point the rules will be leaked. So at this point we will know how the game functions on
I
we
assume
have
the
a better
middle.
better view on how the game functions. I mean, we're already getting leaks right now. I think all the traders have been leaked all at this point. So
Well, I assume the middle of April is when the full leak will come out.
I can imagine that at the rate that they're being leaked right now. And this may kind of Horus Heresy with cool Horus Heresy open day. It's back. That's great. I think we're gonna see a June release for this box, which is the summer release. That's the biggest month for Games Workshop. Last year we had AoS 3.0. Year before we had 40k ninth. Year before that we had Contrast. Year before that we had AoS 2.0. Year before that we had 8th edition. Sorry, year before that we had 8th edition. No, it was 2.0 AoS. Then before that it was 8th edition 40k. Yeah. So June release. Horus Heresy.
Really, you think June release? Okay.
Yep. Yep. I will stand by. Yeah, I will stand
Actually, it
by
makes
that.
sense. Yeah. Wait.
I don't know what else they're gonna release to. If yeah, this is the biggest. This is the big event that they teased on Adepticon. I think this will be the big summer release. I don't think Chaos Space Marines is gonna be
No.
in June. I don't think anything is gonna be unless it's a new edition of Warhammer. So it's gonna be this.
Nah. Space Marines, May. That's my prediction. There's no way they're big enough to carry June, like you said. But yeah, that is all the Warhammer news. A lot of stuff to go through there. And you know what? I'd say pretty satisfied with it. The Adepticon releases. Obviously, you know, I didn't care too much for the first 2.5 things we talked about, but everything else was pretty solid.
Yeah, no, I like it. This is a great reveal. I wish AOS was more substantial, but I mean, I got what I wanted with 30k, so I'm very happy. Necromunda as well, got the Ash Waste. Good to go.
Yeah. It makes me wish LVO was more exciting.
For real. LVO just, again, the drip feed of Eldar made. I still stand by the statement that if they revealed no Eldar and dropped everything in LVO, we would be losing our minds.
Oh yeah. The leaks. The leaks are dangerous out there.
Well, not leaks. It wasn't leaks. It was deliberate teases from Games Workshop.
Well, I mean, it's the only way they can get content every day on their website, right?
Right.
So you gotta just tease a little bit of thing there, because there's only so much you can do with the rumor engine. Teasing as much as you can. But I think we should jump into our hobby rant section here. And we'll start with you. How it's up? What you been doing?
Good. Actually, wasn't able to play a game. I was busy on the weekend, so I didn't. Actually, that's a lie. I played a 40k game on Friday. I just remembered. Played Black Templars versus Eldar, and I narrowly got the win. So yeah, Helbrecht is great. He has been really crucial in all my games with this army, and he's awesome. Redemptors are really good too, as always. But
Yeah.
Wraith Blades are pretty nasty in combat.
Did he go axes or did he go swords?
Axes.
With survivability, I see.
Yeah. So they were pretty nasty. I threw a unit of Crusaders at them. Was a bad idea. They just kind of died.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty. Especially that -1 damage.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah, I too have been super busy. Bunch of family things happened last week, so got to do my little vacation. The only thing I did was Necromunda.
Yes, we
Finally,
played our
got our game in. A 4-way battle with the stupidest things that ever happened in that game.
Yes, it was great.
Yeah, there's just the attempts to make my guys alert so they could fire was just so stupid. That mechanic was so busted. I couldn't make a save to save my life.
It was a silly game.
I liked it though. It was fun. Again, it was so good that my group actually wants to do a little campaign around it. Don't know exactly when we'll start, but That's now in the works. That, and then we still got the Escalation League that's on the way. Looking forward to that. We also got I've got the I don't know what you would call it. But you know how when you read a book, you get hyped and you start building and playing that army?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So, I inherited that from you. As as I stated at the beginning of this month, I was going to listen to the Divine and Infinite, the Necron book, and it just got me very hyped. I was like, you know what? I want to play some Necrons because this book is good. The book is so good that I actually wanted to play some Necrons. So
Yeah.
today, I ordered my avatar and I bought the special character Trazon the Infinite because I enjoy him the most out of this book.
Nice.
When I'll play, I don't know, but I am itching to play some kill team or not kill team, some Necrons because of the book. I recommend it if you haven't read it or listened to it.
Yeah, I heard lots of good things about that. Well, one day I'll read it. I'm really into Warhammer horror right now.
Mm.
So
Yeah, it's. I'll give you my surface level Necron lore that I know, and it's all from fourth edition, where they're just mindless killing machines that just go on a planet and exterminate all life on it, and that's it. So it's cool to see the personality they've given the Necrons now, and how the whole society works, and it's interesting. And Trazon being basically a Warhammer fan who just goes around collecting things and just to put in his little display case. I'm like, I resonate with this guy. This guy's me. And then you have Orican, who just basically a priest who uses the divine stars. Obviously, like a Mary Sue character because he's the best of the best. But it's cool to see their little rivalry go on in the book. I recommend it. It has a lot of humorous moments, which I didn't expect in a Necron book.
yeah, that's another strength of that book I heard is the comedy. It's very well done.
Yeah, because it's always like the first half of the book is just them trying to out scheme each other and get each other in trouble with the Necron Council and everything. It's fun stuff. I highly recommend it. I'm not done with it. I'll finish it before this month's over, but I gotta find a new book. What would you recommend?
What are you trying to
I don't care,
any
anything.
genres?
Anything.
Anything?
As long as it's got
I
audiobook.
Not an audiobook or yes, audiobook.
Yes, audiobook.
Yes, audiobook.
I know, I'm putting you on the
First
spot
Wall
right
is
here.
really not First Wall. Saturnine. I mean, it's smack dab in the middle of Siege of Terra, but it's a great story. So
So start with the
it's
Siege
Dan
of Terra
Emmett is
books.
yeah, it's great. Dan Emmett is great. The first one it's cool, but it's all space battles. The second one really Lost in the Dam. That's where it's really a siege. You know the trench lines and the assault of the traders and all that. The fourth one, Lost in the Saturnine. That's a badass one. Really like that one. I would say Warhawk, but it's kind of really yeah, it's the latest one, so it really picks up a lot of plot threads that have been going on.
All right.
What
Well,
else?
we'll see what happens.
Uh, Audiobook. Trying to think of another really good audiobook. I mean,
It's hard. There's so many of them.
it's hard. There's a lot of really good ones. You know what? Do the Sylvaneth horror story I just read. Um, Dark Harvest. I'll do that one actually. Do Dark Harvest.
Dark Harvest.
So
All right.
actually, either Dark Harvest or Bloodlines. So Dark Harvest is the horror one. Bloodlines is the cyberpunk 40K crime novel, which is that was really good. So either one of those two, if you want AOS horror, swamp horror, or if you want 40k cyberpunk cop novel.
I think I'll do Bloodlines because have you read Eisenhorn, right?
Yes,
How how would you compare?
I actually like Bloodlines more because it's a self-contained story. Eisenhorn, while being a solid read, it's you really need to do the whole trilogy.
Right. Well, I mean, let's compare just like book one to book one here.
Well, because Bloodlines isn't a book one; it's just I don't know. I think for me, because I've read so many books that are part of a series, I really appreciate self-contained books. That it's a great story, and that I really like about Bloodlines. And it's cool to see a 40k novel that doesn't deal with the demonic or the. I mean, spoiler not spoiler, right? There's nothing really supernatural in Bloodlines. There's no demons. There's no Xenos. There's no there's none of that stuff. It's just a cop story, but with a very 40k vibe, and I really appreciate that from the book.
All right then. Well, Bloodlines it is. I'll read that one. Uh, give my opinions on it at the end of the month on April. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's that. Hobby wise, I mean, I didn't do anything. I'll probably start painting up my Necromunda if everyone gets serious, and paint up some. Strip down the paint off some of my Eldar, and you probably repaint some of that.
yeah, go for it.
And then, yeah, and then escalation. Well, kill team this week. We're gonna attempt to play some kill team this week and give that a shot. I know I played it before, but there's other people in my gaming group have never played it and want to give it a shot. So we're gonna try that out.
I'm going to be doing more War Machine. I actually played a game last week, and it was my first full 25-point Brawl Machine game. Was it maybe it's yeah, it was my second one. I played one before that, but that was more relearning the rules too. So this one was the full. All right, I know my army. I know all the rules and all that. And it was super fun, just finding the combos and planning your turn out. Very chess like. I really missed that from from wargaming. So that was super fun.
I did order my Sorsha in a Man of War
Oh,
suit.
nice. There we go.
Get her ready. But yeah, that is it. That was action packed with how much stuff we had to talk about today for Warhammer. Oh, I hate to bring it back to Adepticon here, but how was the or if you watched or saw anything, how was the Star Wars side?
Non-existent. They actually did
Non-existent.
not. They did not do any Legion for Adepticon.
What about X-wing or Clone
Nothing.
Wars?
No. None of the Star Wars games had anything, and yeah, it was kind of just Warhammer
Oh,
that had stuff. A War Machine had, they had the new faction displayed, but no new news besides
what they look
actually
like?
no new news, just the faction Orga. Super cool.
Yeah, a bit disappointing, but I guess it's more of a Warhammer event that overshadows everyone. Because I mean, how could you compete with 30K really?
Yeah, it is amazing. I'm planning my Legion. I think I'll finish my Mechanicum because I do have like 5,000 points of Thousand Suns fully painted. So I got my Space Marines there, and I have this Mechanicum army that is built that just needs painting. So yeah,
So you
I
gotta
guess
get
for
on
my
it.
30k, I should just do. I think I'll do the Mechanicum, so I have the non-Space Marine army, and then after that, I'll work on my Blood Angels for the new edition.
Perfect. I have my Thousand Suns ready.
There you go.
Now that they're getting upscaled, right? So I could just use those, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right then. Well, I think we'll call it there. I'd like to thank everyone who made it to the end. Again, leave a like, comment, help us out, get us out there, and we'll see you all next time.
Good, everyone.